Hi everyone, this is Susie from Minnesota, Zone 4, and let's have a look at my containers. It is June 10th. This one is a Lantana, and I just have one in there. Looks like it's called Little Lucky. Let me get the tag here. Yep, Little Lucky. And I love the different colors in it. Sorry, I'm a little out of focus. Let me turn this. There's yellow, orange, and a fuchsia color. Absolutely gorgeous. This gets a lot of sun, so hopefully it does good here. It's usually a hit or miss with Lantana for me, but I want to try a lot of different flowers. I may have to just shift it forward a little bit, this stand here. And in these three containers in front of the house here, I have all of the same things planted. I have 2 potato vines in the front. That's my trailer. And then I have cannas. And that is Australia. I hope that works out. They're a little bare right now, but you can see the cannas are just starting to come up here. And I chose that one because it has red-purple foliage, so I thought that'd be a nice contrast. I love cannas. They give that tropical look. I'm gonna call this like my container bed, just because there are containers in here. This is just a bed of Coleus and some purple fountain grass. Usually I just plant stuff in the containers and leave the rest bare, but this is a little new for me. I can't wait to see how this fills in. I usually do sun patiens in those containers, like a bright orange, but I wasn't sure how those colors were going to do with the cannas there. They're going to get a red blossom, so I wanted to do more foliage this year in this area. I love my whiskey barrel here. I pulled it forward so it wasn't underneath the overhang. I have lemon coral sedum in the front, along with a trailing Coleus. These are coral colored sun patiens. Another type of Coleus in here. And more Coleus in the back. I love Coleus. So I'm hoping this gets to be about up to here. I'll keep pinching it. I want everything just kind of stay a little more compact, but definitely taller than these shrubs. I went with the red and the lime green just so it pops in here. I didn't want anything that blended in with the shrubs. We have not had any rain for over a week now. This garden here has excellent drainage. I'm going to have to water it, or they are talking PM rain tomorrow, but we'll see. This has a begonia in here, and this is a plectranthus. And this will start kind of hopefully cascading over. I've seen it in containers and it's gorgeous. I love that begonia. I want to say most of these containers were planted up about 2 weeks ago. I'm just trying to find my tag there to see the variety of that begonia. we go. I don't know if you can see it. Begonia, soft orange. It says it should trail, so we'll see. I'm hoping it doesn't trail too much that it's going into the snow on the mountain. I'm not worried about the snow on the mountain, but I really want to see this container. I might have to move this. And if I do move it, I think a good spot to move it would be where my bleeding heart goes dormant, right in this area. I'm not sure yet. So in this top one here, I have a Rex Begonia Vine. I had ordered this plant from Select Seeds, so hopefully it does climb. I want it to climb up this umbrella and go all over, then eventually down. I'm hoping that happens this year, but we will find out. Wandering Jew, love those. And Tahitian Bridal Veil. I think that one's done really good since I planted it. So hopefully everything just kind of cascades over. I'm not planting anything in my deer this year. I think I'm just going to leave him alone. I think he's cute as is. That could change later. Over here, I have the canna that I had started inside. I'd gotten the rhizomes, is that correct? From a big box store. It's called Lucifer. I hope it gets enough sun here. I keep trying to come out and see when it gets the sun, what time. We'll find out. I have Asparagus Fern in here. I only have 4. It looks a little bare. This really does, but it does say it's an aggressive grower. I hope it's enough. And then in the middle here, I have an Abyssinian banana. I know this likes, it says full sun, but I know they also say the leaves can scorch in full sun, and this is a nice protected location. I thought once those leaves start getting big, it'll be a good spot. I love the colors here. And I went with just foliage here, just so it didn't detract from this. He's a little guy, I know, but it says he's a fast grower. And we will go around this way. Got my mulch in. I went with 4 yards of mulch. That wasn't enough. I should have done 6. But at least I got done what I wanted to, so the rest of the areas, I'll just go with the cheaper kind of mulch. In Sheldon here, I just planted up Caladiums. I had some leftover Caladiums from what I do around here. You can see where it's black. That's where I planted them. But it'll take a little bit. They definitely like the warmer weather in my zone. Best time to plant them is about the middle of June. I have a busy work week coming up here, so I figure I better get it planted now. So I have about 50 corms planted in here. I spaced them out a little bit more this year. I had gotten them from Florida Boys Caladiums. They're absolutely just nice. No mushiness, perfect condition. In Trevor, I have Stuttgart canna. It gets white and green variegated foliage. It says that it likes a little more shade, so I figure because otherwise they burn too. Figure this is a good spot. He only gets a little amount of morning sun and maybe a little afternoon. We'll see if they come up. Just a houseplant mixture in here. I want to say it's Swedish ivy. That's the green stuff. And then wandering Jew and some more Tahitian bridal veil. This works in here because it doesn't take a whole lot of watering. If I would plant anything, I had to put tunia in there 1 year and I couldn't keep up with the watering. And it looked really bad at the end of the season. This is one of the containers that I planted up in the video I made. I think that's looking really great. Try not to make you dizzy here. I had one of those begonias left over, so I just put them in here. I'm not great at growing begonias, but I really wanted to give some other flowers a try this year. Last year, everything was sun patient, so this year it's just, there's so many flowers, why not have fun? At the end of the season, I may not like it, but I just kind of keep tabs of which ones I like and which ones I don't like. Another Coleus. This one doesn't get that big, but I just loved the look of this. And in this container, I actually was inspired by this Coleus in here. I think it's called Kong Jr. But the coloring in that is yellow and green, and I thought, oh, that would look great with these yellow begonias. And then I just have Creeping Jenny for a spiller. So it's a green and yellow container. Sorry. Bugs are all over me. And then I couldn't find a liner that fits this. So all I did is, there was a burlap sack. So I just used it as a liner and just trimmed it up. I think it looks pretty nice. Definitely a lot easier too. The burlap sack was only $2, so I thought it was worth it. It's just an odd shaped container. I really like that one. Some Euphorbia. This is a lower growing. The Diamond Frost. And then a Salvia. The hummingbirds love this. I'm hoping it gets enough sun again. I know it says part sun, but I'm not sure if it's enough. At least for the Salvia. I know that the Euphorbia will be fine. And if you want to know the names of any of these plants, just let me know and I will comment back to you. I just figure at this point, most of you have your containers planted up, so they're quite simple. I did do less plants in them just to see how I like it, if they fill out a little bit more. Some have a little more just because I really wanted that visual effect. In my whiskey barrel, I did a little bit more in there. These are just 2 Dahlias, same variety, passion fruit. I love these baskets here. They're actually a hanging basket, and I just took the chain off. More Euphorbia. This is really filled in. I am amazed by this, but that's a really big container down there. And then this is one of my Morning Glory vines. They all seem to be looking different, which is so cool. As if you see, this one is kind of has white on the outside of it. So it's so neat. And you can see how good that's done. I'm hoping this gets big enough where this doesn't overshadow it. I don't know, because you can see it is a pretty tall perennial. I want to say at least 3 to 4 feet. But I figured just a little white coming through will also be pretty. Just backing up out of my garden here. And here, these plants I got from Burpee. That's the condition they came in. Aren't they gorgeous? I was shocked. Because a lot of times when I order annuals from online, they're a little tough looking. And they bounce back, but these are absolutely gorgeous. So this is a trailing Vinca Burgundy. I'll have to look. I have the tag in another spot. That 4 came in a pack. So I only have 3 in here, and that will trail about between 2 to 3 feet. I'm trying to figure out which way to go. I think this way. This is also one of the containers I planted up in my video. This is just a black-eyed Susan vine. It's doing very good. Look at all the blossoms on it. I'm glad I went with just one. That's really filling out nicely. And thank you to the viewer who suggested rocks. And that's why I have rocks in here, just to prevent digging from the squirrels. It's really working. Eventually, I'll be able to take them out. But, oh, it made it. This is the 3rd planting of calendula here. Something keeps chewing it down to the nub. So I have some calendula for a backup. And also the viewer who suggested snakes. I know it doesn't look like a real snake, but this is the only one I could find. This is from my nephew. So I have that there also. I just keep on a lookout for any hoses that I can cut up. Or fake snakes. I suppose I could count this as a container. I mean, just a really big container. I'll go over this one since it's in the shade. I have 3 flowers back here. All of these flowers were started by seed inside by me. So, a very cheap planter. This is Mexican sunflower torch. It says it should get about 6 feet tall. I'll have to stake them up at some point. They look a little tough because they went through the hardening off stage, which took forever, and then we had a warm spell. I'm going to say warm because with it we had no humidity, and it was close to 90. But without that humidity, it felt wonderful. The humidity is a killer. Here I have Nicotiana lime green. These were leftover seeds from last year, so I thought they give off a scent in the evening, so I love that. And then the next one here is Celosia Asian Garden. And then these little guys are calendula. I still have some saved just in case if anything digs in here and ruins it. But for now, they've been leaving it alone. not this one. See, I don't have any rocks in this bed. They were leaving this one alone, and I'll have to get more rocks. And then right here, this is a pretty big hole. But you can see on this one, it's starting to form a blossom. So I cannot wait. I wonder if I can get a picture. This bird here is nesting one of my planters. Oh, there we go. I'll show you which one. That is so cool. So I kind of stay away to give them space. Another black-eyed Susan vine. And here, these are the ones that I grew from seed that was poor germination. They're doing really good. Just don't know when they're going to blossom because it was a little bit later. It's called Gentian Sage. It's supposed to be a really bright blue. So we'll see. And this tall plant in the back is popcorn plant. Let me get these. And then I have, it's a Gomphrena, Truffula Pink. Those are so cool. And then this is a Sunsatia Blood Orange. I've never planted these before. I just loved the looks of them. Let me get down here. Kind of looks like fireworks, doesn't it? Has a little yellow tinge on the tips. So I'm hoping this will start kind of flopping over and filling in. And the popcorn plant should get about 4 feet tall. That's what it said on the label. So I'm hoping that there's enough room. But when you touch the leaves and the blossom part, it does. It smells like popcorn. That is so cool. Back in this container, I just have one plant. And this is a Brugmansia, triple orange. This is another plant that I got from Select Seeds. It looks really tiny, but it says it should be in a container at least 2 feet. So we'll see. In this container here, I just put some of my marigolds that I had left over. It's either going to be lemon gem or tangerine gem. I'm not sure. But I just love that foliage, and I also kind of put it there so it covers up, I call it their feet, the bottom part, so it's not quite so bare. This is a Mandevilla Vine. This gets about 20 feet tall. I was hoping the blossoms would have been open. It's taken it a little bit. You can see them there. I like the Mandevilla vines that have the longer leaves. I just think they're more of an aggressive grower. And right now you can see it is because it's gotten that tall. And I just planted this maybe a week ago. So I would say it's probably put on about 2 feet of growth in a week. Over here is another one of my Morning Glory vines. You can see on this one, it's just a fuchsia color. There's no white around it, but it's just full of buds. Then also some more of my marigolds. I gotta back up here. I forgot my fish. Poor Wanda. Wonder, do I have the tag in there? Nope, I don't. I thought I did. Maybe it is in the other one. So, another trailing Vinca vine. This is Datura, a flower I started from seed here. Something is eating it. I'll have to keep an eye on that. I'm not sure what, but that one looks really good. Oh. I'm upsetting our little bird friend here. And here, these are some more. I'll try and make this quick. And here is some more Gomphrena. This was from Select Seeds. There is a name for it. Just hope I don't offend these little guys too much. So this one I really like because the foliage is like a lime green. And then I went with the sweet potato vine for that purple foliage, just for that contrast. It is called Globe Amaranth Cosmic Flare. It does have a bloom on right under there. I'll have to trim up my lilacs when they're done. This is another Black-Eyed Susan vine, and that is called Sunny Susie Red Orange. And then I went with, it's called Watermelon Punch Portulaca. So hopefully all of this kind of trails over the front. Sweet potato vine. And then this is Verbena bonariensis. And I got that one in the back too. That's from Select Seeds. But this is a smaller kind. It's called Lollipop. Just going to slowly back up here. Not much blooming right now in the containers. They're just getting going. They've put on some growth, so it'll take them a little bit. In this one, I know I'm in the, you can kind of see here, if I can get in, I got my bug suit on. Let me go to this one. There's not quite so much sun beating down on it. Oh, just stumbled over my chair. So this is just a fuchsia I have in here, and I picked this one because of the variegation here. And I thought these colors played nicely with the Coleus I have in here. And the Persian Shield. Absolutely love that. And then in the back here, I don't know if you can see, I have another canna, Pretoria. So that'll have variegated leaves. And the color of the bloom is going to be orange. I hope you can see this. My camera's not doing a really good job. That sun is just beating off the wall right now. Let's see if you can. The same one in here. This canna is a little bit bigger back here. So that is my height element. Everything else should probably get about 2 to 3 feet tall, and then I have my trailer. So I'm hoping that this isn't too full for this container. It's a nice size container. But I'm just going to say, so far that's it for my containers. I'm not sure if I'm going to be doing any more. Depends. Sometimes I always find another container that is really neat. I might have to get one for, I have some more corkscrew vines. Oh, I didn't do this one. I did do the morning glory here, but I forgot that alongside here, I have a corkscrew vine. That was started by seed from me. And then I had a couple more inside that were just kind of not doing so good, but they pulled through. And these morning glories have variegated foliage. Isn't that neat? That's so cool. So hopefully you enjoyed my containers, and I know it was a little bit late, but I didn't get all of them planted up at the same time. But I'm hoping these turn out really good this year. So hopefully you enjoyed, and bye for now.